Companies Home Depot Inc. tracking. November 10th, on Thursday, a federal judge in Texas decided that President Joe Biden's plan to cancel hundreds of billions of dollars in the student loan debt was illegal and that the program had to be evacuated, and won the conservative opponents of the program. The U.S. Regional Judge Mark Pittman, appointed by former Republican President Donald Trump in Fort Worth, decided in favor of two debtors supported by a conservative advocacy group, called Congress's Legislative Power Contrary to the Constitution. Debt Evacuation Plan, St. Louis-based 8th U.S. Circuit was temporarily blocked by the Court of Appeal, while the 6 Republican states objected to the dismissal of their lawsuits, while demanding to accept it. The judge's decision filed a lawsuit against two borrowers, partially or completely inappropriate for the loan forgiveness plan offered by Biden. The plaintiffs argued that he did not follow the appropriate decision-making processes and was illegal. Borrowers were supported by Job Creators Network Foundation, a conservative advocacy group founded by Bernie Marcus, the founding partner of Home Depot. The U.S. Department of Justice immediately took action to appeal the decision. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said in a statement that the administration did not strongly agree with the decision. Approximately 26 million American student loans applied to forgiveness, and the U.S. Department of Education has already approved the demands of 16 million. Jean-Pierre said he would keep the information of the department, so that when we reign in court, he can quickly process his relaxation. We will never stop fighting for the Americans who need the most, in front of our competitors and special interests, no matter how many barricades are trying to get on our way," said. Biden's plan was the subject of various cases against conservative state chief public prosecutors and legal groups, but on Thursdays, the plaintiffs struggled to convince the courts that they had suffered. The plan announced in August calls for forgiveness of the $250,000 student loan debt for borrowers less than $125,000 per year or for married couples. Borrowers who receive Pell Grants to benefit from low-income university students will be canceled for $20,000 of their debts. In September, the non-partisan Congress Budget Office calculated that the debt forgiveness would eliminate approximately $430 billion of $1.6 trillion in extraordinary student debt and would benefit more than 40 million people. In the 26-page decision, Pittman said that Biden's plan was a good public policy because the program was one of the biggest legislative power without the Congress authority in the history of the U.S. Pittman wrote that a law that provides loan assistance to military personnel and rely on the Biden administration's aid plan to put into force the aid plan, the HEROES Law, did not allow a $400 billion student loan program. In this country, we are not governed by a strong manager in this country, Pittman said. Instead, we are governed by a constitution that provides 3 different and independent government branches. Elaine Parker, the president of the Network Foundation of Business Creators, said in a statement that the decision maintains the rule of law that requires all Americans to hear their voices by federal governments. Nate Raymond's reporting in Boston, editing by Sandra Mailer, Rosalba O'Brien and Kenneth Maxwell. Our Standards, Thomson Reuters Confidence Principles.